Before we get into the video, I just want to say if anyone can show any sort of support on my channel, drop a like, give me some positive feedback in the comments, maybe criticism, constructive criticism about my channel, what can make it better. Subscribe, do anything to help me get the ball rolling here on my small channel, my Paragon channel. It'd be great to start moving up on this YouTube shit. Any support you can show, I greatly appreciate. Thank you and enjoy the video. And by the way, I'm not trying to sound like a little bitch. What's Gucci, guys? It's your boy Timboose back again with another Minecraft video. No, I'm just playing. This is on Paragon. You already know. This is a building guide for Grux. Before you get in the video, I just wanted to start off showing you the build. So you have a bump juice, health potion, mana potion, Scott sword, vampiric elixir, or a zap juice. You can choose between any of these or any of your consumables that you have, or strike tokens, guard tokens. Pretty much do whatever you want in the beginning of the game. I'd always recommend a health potion and a mana potion and a Scott sword. So do what you want. And yeah, first thing we're going to get into right here, the first card you're going to get is a Madstone Gem with 3 minor strikes. That's going to be your first card you want to go to. That's 5 card points. Next one you want to get into is a Fountain Spike with 3 basic manas. This gives you a foundation of mana pretty much for the rest of the game until you get rid of this card. And by the time you'll get rid of the card, you'll have your abilities upgraded to where you won't need to consume as much mana. So this is pretty useful for the early game, and it adds a little bit of damage as well. So after that, your first 9-point card you want to get into is a Rifmagus Sceptur with a dire wound, a strike, and a minor strike. Gives you some crit chance and attack. After that, you want to get the Spear of the Rifthunter with a dire wound, a wound, and a minor wound. This gives you just your all-out crit, and both of these together will give you over 50% crit. So half your chances, or half your hits, should be over 50% critical, which is pretty good. So after that, you want to get a Whirling wand with a brutal kinetic, a kinetic, and a minor kinetic. This gives you your attack speed. You're just going to be swinging like a fucking horse. You're going to be like taking people out left and right with that crit chance. Then after that, you want to get your Blade of Agora with 3 minor casts or 3 minor strikes. They're both the same thing. So you want to do that because it gives you that 100% crit bonus with your crit chance card. So it's great if you hit someone for a crit, it's going to do 100% bonus. So you definitely want this card in your deck. For your 12-point final cards, I'd say go for a Windcarver blade with a brutal kinetic and 2 major casts. This gives you even more attack speed. So you're just going to be swinging like non-stop, and it just gives you more power. So the end game is going to be you're hitting like a truck. And then final card, you can decide between these two which you want more. I do a Curse of the Leech with 2 greater drains and a regular drain. For that end game lifesteal, you can decide which one of these you want to do first, but depending on the situation. But this is some lifesteal, so you're swinging fast, but you're also taking life. So yeah, let's get into the video, and that's your build right there. Yo, what's Gucci, y'all? It's your boy Timboose bringing you a Grucky building guide right here on Monolith. First, I start off with a vampiric elixir, a bump juice, and a zap juice to help keep me alive in the jungle and farm on the minions. Shitty part was I died pretty quick from the minions, so I had to go back to base, and I got a health potion with only 2 points to spend to help me get some more survivability out there. With my first 5 points to spend here, I get rid of my vampiric elixir because it wasn't doing much for me, and I get my Madstone Gem as my first card to give me attack speed and damage right off the start of the game. I equipped it with 3 minor strikes. Heading back to base, I did not need my Fountain Spike with the 3 minor manas, but I ended up going with the Rifmagus Sceptur with a dire wound upgrade. Returning to base again, fill out the car with a strike and a minor strike. Gives me 66 power and 16% crit chance. Next card I get into is the Spear of the Rifthunter. I check to see if my Scepter is all upgraded. I do the Rifthunter next to give me even more power and crit chance with a regular wound. Soon after that, I finish off the car with a dire wound, and I already did the minor wound. Gives me 52% crit chance and 72 power. Next, I discard the health potion, and I go for the Whirling Wand for attack speed. I get a 2-point kinetic. Sorry if you get my dogs barking in the back. After that, I get a brutal kinetic and a minor kinetic to finish off building the Whirling Wand. Next, I discard my bump juice and get the Blade of Agora, as well as I discard my Madstone Gem. Get the Blade of Agora with 3 minor strikes to give me that bonus damage for my crit chance. Once I have this last slot open, I fill it with a Windcarver blade, and I did not end up getting into full build in this gameplay, but you upgrade the Windcarver blade all the way, you get rid of your zap juice, and then you upgrade your Curse of the Leech all the way. Just make them 12 points, so it'll be 3-3-3, and then 3-3-2 for the Curse of the Leech since it's a 4-point card. And that's your full build right there. You got lifesteal at the end and damage and everything good about it. So next we're going to get into some strengths and abilities about Grux. The abilities you want to focus on upgrading first is his square, which is his smash and grab, and then his R1, which is his double club swing. I don't know what it's called. Right here I show you a prime example of what a smash and grab is. It does a high amount of damage, and then I use my double club swing right there. Adds cleave to the minions or enemies if you hit them. It's basically damage over time. And I upgrade the square first because in the early game it ends up doing more damage than your R1, so I always focus on upgrading that first, as long as I can hit the enemies with it. It hits for 15 more than the R1 at the first upgrade, so I definitely upgrade your square all the way and then do your R1 after that. Some potential things about Grux is he has this pull which can pull people in, but a lot of the times it's shorter than what you think it is, so make sure you get up in people's faces when you end up using it, because it comes in handy, but sometimes it misses when you think it's going to hit. Like right here, I end up using it in their face to make sure it lands. Hit them with the wombo combo, the square, and then the R1, and this Grux had no chance pretty much. So make sure you do that. It's definitely shorter than you think it is. Another strength about Grux is he can wave clear fairly well. See a wave of minions, you pull them in, you hit them with the R1, and it can help you push lanes and clear minions pretty easily. Another thing you can use this pull for is to potentially pull people into the towers and get damage off on them. I did not land the pull right here, but that would have been a prime example of me pulling someone in and the tower hitting them. Here I land a great pull on the 2 enemies, and I notice it's getting kind of like crazy in here, so I'm like, oh man, I gotta bounce. And this is what a circle is used for. You get out of tight situations like that. I was not sure what was going on, so I had to end up leaving. Overall, I think Grux is a great hero. I don't think he's that great at Monolith. I thought he was better than Legacy, but he can jungle, he can lane, he can pretty much do anything. His ult is great for stunning people, hitting them with basics, and his pull is decently strong. His R1, it's alright. I mean, it's nothing amazing like it was in Legacy, but you can still do a good game with him, and you can still do decent amount of damage. And all in all, I definitely think he's a decent jungler. I don't think he's as good as Chimera because of Chimera's pounce, but this isn't a comparison video. I mean, I'm just telling you how I feel like Grux should be played and all that. Right here, Murdoch's going to eat it. I hit him with the pull. See how much damage that pull did? And since I hit him with my R1, I had that cleave damage. So over time, he just ended up dying. He had no chance pretty much. And I'm hitting with high amounts of attack speed, clearing minions easily, hitting for 241 on my pull, hitting for 314 on my crit chance bonus, and I'm not even at full build yet. Like I said, I didn't get to full build in this video, and this Seraph's just trying to eat it. Look, she had no chance. As a carry, melee carry, man, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think Seraph's that good. I mean, I know I said she was good in the last video I made, but I've had some different thoughts about her. I do not think she's good anymore. I thought it was a stupid idea to have a melee carry. But Yeah, Grux shots going on me. We end up winning the game. 9-1-3. This is your Grux build for you. It's your boy Timboose. If you like the video, please comment, like, subscribe, you know, do all that. Any positive feedback, leave them down in the comments below. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good bit. Timboose out.